It's going.
We're there.
We're live.
We're live.
With
Hello,
Deep
everybody.
South Homestead.
Yes, this is Danny and...
You always wait till I have something in my mouth.
Oh, I did it on purpose.
Wanda. I either have water or tea or something in my mouth when you say, look at me.
I really wish we'd have set that down where it should have been at.
Do you need to move it?
Well, it would be... Because it looks like we're looking down here at the folk rather than looking up at them.
Well, yeah, all you got to do is turn it right quick.
Nobody's popping in.
No. Well, Tammy and Country Homestead Preacher and Tracy and it's raining in Ontario, Canada. Susan and Micro Farm Starter. Diana at Justice Acres. Susan. Firefly Moon Pie. Adrian. Okay. So now, Firefly Moon Pie. I was going to show this last week, and there's 7D and Pemberley.
Give me just a minute here, guys. Try to get this camera where it needs to be. Oh, well.
Okay.
Close enough.
I don't need to show her address. That's the one thing I was fixing to do anyway. Okay, Firefly Moon Pie sent this. This is from her and everybody at the gathering that helped. Some of you saw the video we did, but some of you may not. So I want to show you a little bit about what Gwen did and the other people that helped. And there is a, let's see if we got it upside down. Right side up. There we go.
Ta-da!
All right, so this is kind of
that is
what it looks like. Okay, so let's do this part. Show it.
Okay, you got it.
Go this way.
Okay.
And then the back side. And then I'm going to show them the tag that's in it.
There we go.
Okay. And she put a tag in here. And it tells who helped and all that, all about it. And it's for the candy corn cabin. And we're going to use it in our cabin. So thank you, Gwen.
Yeah, and thank you for everybody who participated.
Everybody that helped her to get started with these. It's just beautiful. And with any quilt, you can sit here for hours and look at the different patterns in here and think about it and dream about it and wonder what all was going through somebody's mind when you're looking at it.
Right. Oh, so many people. It's been here in Central Indiana for the last 3. It's been beautiful. Wow, okay.
It's been beautiful here for a few days.
Oh, we've had...
Since it quit raining.
Since last Sunday?
Sunday it was... We was
able to go to town Monday, wasn't we?
It didn't rain Sunday. It did it?
It did early Sunday morning.
Yeah, and all the rivers had to crest.
The rivers had to crest after that.
Okay.
Usagi, Missouri, oldie says. We was looking yesterday, it's getting more rain up there. A lot of people under tornado watches in Arkansas. I know I've seen that all the way down through Texas and North Louisiana and all that through Missouri.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were debating over what to do a thumbnail for on this video.
Yo, I almost did. Put your hand up.
See my hand here?
Well, no, you were going to do it like this. Put it in front of your face.
Oh, yeah, I was going to go like this. Ah!
And I was going to do a thumbnail.
Yeah.
But guess what? Everybody and his
brother's putting thumbnails up about something. Being hurt. And I was like, I ain't doing that. Because just as sure as I do, they'll say, oh, he's just trying to copy him.
But look at his hand. Okay. You want to explain what happened?
Well, technically, I finished putting the metal on the roof of my porch, and if you watch our Patreon videos, you'll see how I go about lining my metal up with a string. And I have a 2x4 nailed on one end of the roof, a 2x4 nailed on the other end, and I pull a string across, and that keeps the metal straight.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have staggered metal, and it looks really nice. It's crisp and clean. Well, today when I finished the roof, I said, well, I'm just going to take that string down and get them boards off. Well, the string was pulled so tight I could not undo the string on the nail. I said, well, I just knocked the board off, you know. Well, I took my hammer and started tapping it, and when I did, it got just about loose, and I tapped it. But when I did, it went way out in the air like a rubber band, and it comes straight back and was headed right for my face. And I threw my hand up in front of my face, and one of the nails in the board just went right in my hand, and another one went in my wrist right here.
And it would have been in his face.
It would have been in the side of my face, my eye, or something like that. But and it kind of I said, now that was just really stupid, wasn't it? I just did not want to cut my string, because that string's like, I don't know, it's like 200 feet long, and I didn't want to.
It's like 50 years old, and he don't want to get rid of it.
I did not want to cut it.
Hanging on to a string, and he likely killed himself in the process.
Yeah, but anyway, no, I didn't like to kill myself. But I mean,
well, you could have been one-eyed.
I could have been a one-eyed. I could have been sitting there, yeah. But
you could have been.
I could have been. I know.
It could have hit you in the face. It could have done.
But
anything.
I'm so fast, it didn't hit me in the face. I mean,
You're
I'm
just
fast.
lucky you saw it.
I'm fast enough. I'm not. I'm still not. I'm not 15 years old.
Yeah, I know. Quick reflexes. That's it.
Yeah.
Just to save a string.
Just to save a string.
No, it's more to save your face.
Yeah. Well. Now I got a bobo on my hand here that I got to contend with. It keeps bleeding all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did not want to put a video up about that in the thumbnail because everybody go, oh, you're just copying Doug or Justin. And I'm not copying nobody because I really don't want to be hurting, to be honest with you. But
yeah, he just accidentally did it. But so we decided to go with it's just hot. It is hot here. Hot.
Yep.
It was what, 90?
It was, well, the heat index has been in the 100, right at 100.
90 something regular.
Yeah. But the house a while ago, we turned the air conditioner on for the first time this year.
About an hour ago.
About an hour ago. And matter of fact, it's turned off now, and I don't know why.
I guess it got to the temperature, reckon.
It was 84 in the house a while ago. If we didn't have to live stream, it would be okay because we could turn a fan on. But when we're live streaming, then...
See, yarrow, I have yarrow. You want me to go get you some yarrow out of the yard?
Well, it's pretty much stopped.
Yeah, it's been a couple of 3 hours now. He'll bump it ever so often, and it'll start again. But yes, I have plenty of yarrow. I even had some yarrow on Etsy for sale. So I was going to show you guys, when he gets back, some of the cabin. Let me see where we're at. Okay. This is the chimney. He's been working. Wait, let me get to it.
Okay.
That's the chimney.
Not finished yet, but we're working on it.
He's got a lot of it done, and then he's got to finish painting. You want to tell him a little bit about...
We're waiting on the trim boards to get on it. We're not quite there yet.
But the color is colonial red?
Colonial red. We're trying to match kind of a brick color to it. We was kind of wanting it to have a reddish tint to it. We was hoping to have a stone look to it, but that was just going to be out of our price range. So we knew that we could not do that, you know. And then here, I was pushing up the last piece of metal up on the roof.
This is for the porch.
For the porch, yeah.
Yeah, we've had the house metal on, but this is the last piece on the porch. He did that today.
Got that done today. We have no more metal to put on the roof now. All we have to put on the roof of the cabin is just the trim work, all the flashing and the trim work and all that. And that's what's tedious and time consuming. If you don't get that right, you still get leaks, you know. So we got to make sure. And I don't even know what any of the pictures are.
All right, this was the corner.
This is the corner of the porch where I put the hip. It's a hip right here.
He had to leave some of this off because he had to get up to work on the chimney, and he had to have the ladder through it. So when he finished the back part of the chimney, he could take the ladder down, and he finished this part.
Yeah.
Go up to roof 2. That's another view of it. And that's the other side looking back down across the front of the cabin. All right, and then the room, go to, And
this is the room we framed in, and that's all of our potatoes. There's like 600 pounds of potatoes there.
Minus a few. I canned a few, and we've eaten a few.
We have eaten a few, yeah.
But I've already canned 14 jars, just the little bitty ones, like marble size ones, and the ones that got stuck with the fork. I've canned 14 jars so far, and got a lot to go. Plus, we're going to store some fresh in the cellar. We've got new bread trays that somebody brought us at the gathering.
Somebody brought us some bread trays.
So we're going to be able to save some of them fresh. The steps, that was the other thing.
Okay, you want me to, let me get here, guys. Hello, Amanda. I see you jumped in there. These are the steps. We got them ready to pour concrete up underneath them, and then we put the risers on when we get a little further along, so that Ms. Wanda don't have to climb up on something that's kind of rickety to get up in the cabin.
Well, I'm proud of them steps. I really am. So that's kind of what we had going on with the cabin. All these things. Oh, wait, there was one more, a beam. The beam.
Oh, what, the beam? Oh.
Yeah, you did that this week too. He's really been working hard on the cabin.
He's been working a lot on the cabins. These are the exposed beams up in the top of the cabin. This is
the middle board will come out.
Yeah, the middle board's just a walk board up in there. This is 4x6 beams up in the cabin. They're every 4 foot apart through it.
And it's gonna. He put those braces going up to the ceiling, and the walk board will come out when he gets through working on the ceiling.
Yeah. So that's where we're at with the cabin, because I've been on the cabin pretty hard all week this week.
Yeah. Now, because of the weather, we did not get to live stream last week. So we didn't get to talk about things that we were planning on, and who knows what we were even planning on last week, because things change here so fast. But because of the weather, we had to expedite a few things like the potatoes.
Yeah, we had to dig them potatoes to save losing them.
We found some that were already having bad spots in them. So if we had left them in the ground, they could have soured or...
A lot of them were already rotten.
Yeah, some of them had started it. So we had to get them out, and we had right at 600 pounds.
Yeah, right at 600. Stephanie, the potatoes will not last till next year. Most of them won't. Now, we've learned there's certain sizes of them that might last. The smaller ones might last, but the larger ones, no, they will not last.
VW Farm says, are we ready for the storms? No, but we can't stop it.
We can't stop it. We're patiently waiting. They'll be here tomorrow.
Tonight or tomorrow?
Tonight or tomorrow sometime.
Yeah. The last few we have got the outskirts of, and we still got more than 8 inches of rain. Did you ever figure out exactly? I know it was more than 8.
5, 6, 7. We got, it was a little over 8 inches. I don't remember the exact.
And our town got like 12 to 15 inches in different places. So.
Susan, no, we do not grow rhubarb on our homestead. It's too hot here to grow rhubarb.
Yeah. So we did not only the potatoes, the carrots that we planted that were up, they were just barely poking up the week before the storm, before the flood. It just laid those little half-inch carrots on the ground and uprooted them. We still had maybe a third of them that survived, but we lost most of the carrots, so we're going to have to replant. The okra. All of our okra, it just packed the ground.
It packed the ground so that it wouldn't even come up. So we went in with a tiller and retilled the ground, and I took the Hoss tool seeder again and reseeded it. So hopefully this weather that's coming this time won't do the same thing again. I mean.
Yeah, I see Amanda's under bad weather. Yeah. Gemini's under bad weather. I can't remember. Southern Blessed said the storm is hitting them tonight.
Yeah.
Mimsy's is down below us, so they're going to be getting some when we get it probably. And then that brings us to the garlic. Did I put garlic?
Nope, I didn't see no garlic.
Oh, I didn't ever get the garlic pictures moved over.
Guys, I picked today in the last about 2 hours ago.
Yeah, a couple
hours ago, I picked over 300 garlic.
Actually dug up.
I dug up over 300 garlics, and there's probably 600 more to go. So, we're probably going to have garlic for sale on our Etsy store if you want some, because there's no way we're ever going to eat that much garlic. We have like 4 or 5 different varieties of garlic. We'll put a video up about it, and when we do, check out our Etsy store, and you'll probably see, I know we have the Japanese white.
It'll probably be a day or two before I get them up.
Oh, they got to dry first before we can do anything.
Stronghold in faith. You can plant carrots this time of the year. And
if you plant the corotas, you can.
Yeah, summer carrots will just have a touch of a bitter taste.
Yeah.
Your winter carrots are sweeter, but we used to plant both times, and we quit a couple of years ago. But this year we need more carrots, so we're planting again. VW Farms must have had some bad weather. I see a lot of people are saying.
Yeah, they're out there in Oklahoma, and I was looking as it come through Oklahoma up into Arkansas and through there. It's Amanda's was really bad a while ago. I was looking at it.
Yeah. Maddie Girl is asking any tips for an apartment in Nashville.
If any of y'all live around Nashville,
are you asking hunting an apartment or any tips for growing things around it? If you're planning on growing things, I have the Greenstalk planter. I think Danny has a picture there somewhere that he can show you. This works great in small areas, and we're giving one away. So leave it up for a few minutes. We're going to be, I think it's in the description now. You can click the link, go to that link, and sign up to win a 4-tier Greenstalk planter with the roller base in your choice of colors. Ashley over at Greenstalk has been very generous in setting this up, and it is because we are almost to 70,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And so she's helping us with the giveaway for that. The drawing will be around the 27th, so hopefully we'll hit that 70,000 before the 27th. But if you're anxious to have one now, in the description you can get $10 off on buying one.
Yes. Okay.
I really like mine. I put a video up on Crazy Days of taking out some of the stuff that I had in it, and somebody, I think Asim, she said she couldn't get over the 4-foot lettuce because the stalk just kept growing and growing and growing, and it was huge, and I had like 6 stalks of lettuce in there, and I'm talking, it looked like 4 foot of lettuce.
Yeah, it really was.
We've been eating on it for a long time, and it did awesome. And I used, what was that? I can't remember the name of it, but it came with the Greenstalk. It was the liquid fertilizer that came with it, and it worked wonderful with it.
I was asked a question up there about potato bins. I don't have to build my potato bins now. I will show you what I have given to me by a subscriber. And I think it's going to work out really great for potatoes. And when we do it, we'll do a video this week on it because potatoes should be dry enough to be able to put in there by then.
We'll be praying for you, Gemini.
Yes,
get in the shelter.
Denise, yeah, get in the shelter. Take care of yourself. Don't stay out here because of us. That's for sure.
And then Gossmania came. I didn't put up a picture. I think I missed. I was in such a hurry earlier. Gossmania was here. Was that Monday?
Monday or Tuesday, I don't remember. Days don't mean anything to us anymore.
And so I had all these little helpers helping with it. They said they made loaded potato casserole with the potatoes. Good.
Good.
So they came and helped, and they helped get half of the field, or Danny and I would still be plowing potatoes.
No, Danny would have put the plow behind the tractor and just took off.
There's somewhere is showing, I think, where it says sweet potatoes, where the field is.
Hang on, let me go back through what you've got here.
Yeah, the field ready for the sweet potatoes. Okay.
Yeah, this is where our Irish potatoes was at, our red potatoes, but I've tilled it, and we're getting ready. After all the rain, we'll till it again. We'll go in with my fertilized planter system, and we'll make the rows up, put the fertilizer out. And then we'll come back and we'll put sweet potatoes in this whole field here. We're looking for...
Well, no, we're going to put 2 rows of Danny corn.
Shy of 2 rows of corn then. Okay. She wants to do it. She's insisting that we put 2 rows of Danny corn in.
Yes. And y'all, that tiller does an amazing job.
That tiller, I don't know why in my life I have not bought a tiller before because, guys, I'm telling you, I've been using a disc all these years, and it's just been rough to use. This tiller is like God's gift to a farmer. You know what I mean? That thing is
just go through and just be done in 5 minutes, and it is like powder, and it works so well.
Julie, we haven't put the slips up yet because once we get that field planted,
then we'll know.
We know we're going to have some purple ones.
Yeah, I'm going to put some purple ones up probably maybe tomorrow, but it'll only be like one.
There won't be a lot of them.
One bundle or something.
One bundle is all we have up right now.
They're volunteer purple potatoes that won't go away.
Yeah, and then we've got some.
I've got some white ones now.
I don't know.
Put the white ones out.
Yeah, I want to put some white ones in the field because we really like the white ones. And if we have any extra white ones, we'll put them out too.
But be looking for them over the next week to 2 weeks. As they grow and we can take them off, we'll see.
Yeah.
Is that the row we pulled up potatoes in? Yes, it is. That's where we were. That was where y'all were with potatoes. Doesn't it look great? That's
where y'all were digging at. And it took me about 15 minutes to do that.
Yeah. And it was awesome.
It was just awesome. Where I would have spent a lot of time working that field trying to get it just right. 15 minutes, it looked like that.
Yeah.
You want to show them your radish?
Yes.
Look this is what Ms. Wanda got out of her Greenstalk. I mean, that's what you call it. It's a Greenstalk. Yeah. Now this is a radish from Hoss Tool seed.
Isn't it called a watermelon?
It's called a watermelon radish, I believe.
And that thing was as big as my hand. In the Greenstalk video, I show you in my hand how big that thing was. I did not even know it was in the Greenstalk. I knew the radish was there, but I did not know the plant was there, put it that way. When I took the water off the top, there lay that big radish in the Greenstalk. Guys, you can grow some amazing stuff in it. And I'm growing carrots right now. My carrots are just small, about 1 inch to 2 inches long, but I left a whole bunch of them to see how long they will get, and I'm putting strawberries in it. And I left my tomatoes. We've got tomatoes. We've been eating tomatoes for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, I love my tomatoes, man.
There's 2 or 3 out there. I'm almost tempted to go get them right now because I don't want something getting them.
Those tomatoes are freaking awesome, guys. I'm telling you. I don't know if it's just the fact that I hadn't had a tomato all year.
Yeah, it was.
Or if they're just really that good because they're.
And the radish was awesome. I finished it off today. I ate out of that radish 3 different meals. I just would cut it up.
How did it taste? They want to know how.
It was awesome. It tasted. It wasn't too hot. It was a mild radish, I guess you would say, and it was. I mean, it wasn't piffy or anything, even though it was as big as my hand and about this big around. It was fine. So I would say if y'all want, we have a Hoss Tool link in the description.
Yeah.
Go order some of the watermelon radishes and try them. It would. I mean, they really. Somebody said I should have fried it, but y'all, I like my radishes fresh, and so I just ate it. I dipped it in some ranch dressing.
Getting started on the homestead. Yes, that's a 5-foot tiller that goes behind my Kubota tractor that I got. I'm telling you, you could do 10 acres of a field in probably an hour. You'd have that whole field looking just like that looked in an hour. I mean, it's amazing. And then when you get through with that, we take our Hoss Tool seeder and you can walk through it and it pushes so easy. It seeds perfect. I mean, it's amazing, guys. It's really amazing.
Have we got any walking onions up on Etsy? No, but we have a whole big row, and they're starting to put the little runners on.
They're starting to put the babies on, yeah.
So I think we'll wait. You want to wait till they do that before you put any more up?
Yeah, now we're going to have some garlic up pretty soon.
Yeah, lots of garlic.
Lots of garlic.
Maybe a couple of weeks on the garlic. Let it dry.
Now we'll be selling it by the bulb, not by the clove, but by the bulb. And we'll have, like I said, now we probably won't sell all 4 or 5 varieties. We'll probably sell the elephant garlic because we have tons of elephant garlic.
Yeah, and it comes back just
you can't,
corns that fall in the ground.
You can't stop elephant garlic. Once you get it, it's just there.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Sicilian artichoke garlic. We'll probably sell a lot of that. Now the white Asian garlic, I'm not sure if we'll be selling a lot of it or not because
Yeah, we don't have that much of it.
There wasn't but maybe 50 of them at the most. And then we've got the China stripe garlic. I'm not sure about how much of that we'll sell. And then we have another one that's another white garlic that we'll probably sell a lot of.
Are the walking onions only for the greens?
No.
They make a bulb in the ground?
They make, well, it's not a bulb, but it's got a white end on it like a bunching onion.
So you can't eat that.
You can eat the white part too.
Okay, Sherry said she planted some Cherokee Tam pumpkins in her garden a few days ago. We have Cherokee Tam pumpkins up about this tall in several places. I'm doing on Crazy Days and Deep South, I have a playlist for the Cherokee Tam versus Seminole Pumpkins collaboration. And so far, if y'all check that playlist out, there are several channels already that have sent me videos. I sent out nearly 40 envelopes, some of them Cherokee Tam, some of them Seminole, and people are growing them in different ways, and they're going to show you how they're going to grow it, and then at the end of the season, they're going to show you how they did.
Tracy, the sad thing is they will not let us ship out of the country seeds or anything like that because it gets stopped in customs and they just won't let it go through.
Any tips on fertilizing?
Fertilizing corn? Yes, ma'am. Let me tell you something. Corn is a heavy nitrogen feeder. When it's 8 inches tall, you excuse me, pour the nitrogen to it. When it's 12 inches tall, pour the nitrogen to it.
Can you put too much though? Some people.
As long as you don't get it down in the top of the corn and keep it out kind of about that far away from the corn, you'll do okay. And then when it gets about knee high, put nitrogen to it again and leave it alone until it's grown.
Do you still have a recipe book that I put together? No, I have not had any for sale. It cost about $500 to get those for a big box of them, so I just haven't ordered any more. And I wanted to upgrade it and add new recipes and stuff before I really ordered enough, you know, did it. I wanted to redo it a little bit. And it's, so I don't know. It'll be a while. I don't have time to work on a recipe book right now. But maybe one day, an updated one.
Yeah, if y'all haven't seen Ghost Mania, they do a tailgate talk. I watched it the other day, and it's really good.
Was it last night?
Yeah, I actually watched it last night.
Was it Thursday night or Friday night? I don't know.
I just watched it last night. But it was really good. I enjoyed it. Y'all might want to jump over there on their channel and check it out and subscribe to them. Help them get up to their 1,000 mark that they need to get to.
My tomato plants look limp and dull.
Lighter green leaves. Any fertilizer ID. Calcium nitrate. Put about 1 teaspoon per plant out around the outside edges of it and water it in as soon as you put it on there, and it may take care of that.
What is a good nitrogen fertilizer?
Calcium nitrate is a good nitrogen fertilizer.
Leap of faith. Yes, we had a blessed week. Thank you. Been busy.
Oh, yeah.
And it's turned hot. Very hot. Backyard self-reliance. Hi, guys.
BW says, why not sell on Amazon Publishing? I think no upfront cost. I don't know what you're talking about selling.
The cookbooks.
Oh, the cookbook.
Yes, I've kind of looked into that, but I don't have a copy of the original cookbook as far as on paper because I did it through the company on ebook type thing. I typed everything in on the computer. They fixed it and they sent it to me. So I don't have a copy to use, and so it would be starting from scratch all over again for me. And
hey, Steve.
That's kind of why I have not gotten back into it. All right.
Doing a lot of watering though. No rain at all. Temperatures has been close to 90. Well, Cindy, the temperatures has been over 90 here, but we've had a lot of rain.
Yeah, up until well, I guess Sunday was the last rain we got, and Sunday morning.
Jan says she got her corn planted yesterday. Yes, time to sow. Calcium nitrate is good for blossom end rot too. Always have it on hand. That's my go-to.
Okay, Grandma Rose planted 6 of the Cherokee 10s, and she has 5 coming up. Just send me an email when you get your video up, and I'll add it to the playlist on both channels. I'm trying to keep the Cherokee 10 versus Seminole is on both Deep South and Crazy Days. Are the German Pink 400 anything like old German Pink heirloom tomatoes? We planted them one year and they were huge.
I'm not sure about that one, Sherry. I don't really know an accurate answer on that.
Do you ever use shade cloth for tomatoes? I have a shade cloth over my Greenstalk right now.
It's working.
It seems to be keeping.
It's a 50% shade cloth over her.
40?
40?
I think it was 40%.
Maybe it's 40.
Yeah, 40%.
Tammy says my Danny corn's about 6 foot
Wow.
tall and beautiful green. Wow, I hadn't even planted mine yet.
Yeah, we're late.
Oh, look, Deborah says they're harvesting squash and zucchini. Julie, that was at our house here the other day, said they're harvesting squash already.
Yeah, and we have plants that are little.
Our plants are just...
Yeah.
It's
It's bad. If we could, it would be nice, but we're...
Stronghold on Faith said theirs is about 1 foot tall.
Love casseroles with squash. Yes,
Oh,
squash
yeah.
casseroles is really good. The squash puppies, I plan on doing a video one day this week, maybe, on it. Hey, single dad.
Meredith, I answered the question earlier. Calcium nitrate.
All right, Nadia says they had lots of rain, too. It's ruining the tomatoes.
It will. I had to cut all the bottom leaves off of my tomatoes in one garden today as I was tying them up. They were about 2 foot tall and then fell over, and the rain had beat the leaves down. It would look really bad.
BW said they had 3 Cherokee 10s coming up, but they think the slugs got them. Yeah, the bugs are bad this year.
The slugs has been getting our strawberries. I noticed that. They're
Yes.
really bad on our strawberries.
They have been. Put the kids together. That's Meredith.
Time to sow said they're harvesting squash right now before the vine borers inevitably kill the plants.
Yeah. Mind Control Central got delivered clay like topsoil. No cultivator, a mantis cord didn't work. Now stuck looking at a pile of clay for the garden bed.
Got a bad deal. How do I do this by hand?
Or a simple way.
Oh, that is, depends on how much you got. I know I lived in North Mississippi, and I ended up with the same situation, all clay. I ended up going to Walmart with my pickup truck, and I found this really cheap dirt. It was like $1.20 a bag or $1.50 a bag at Walmart. I bought 70 bags of it and piled it in the back of my truck, and I come home, and I took the shovel, and I just, little by little, I mixed it in with that clay and started, and look, I grew some of the most amazing plants in that, and vegetables that I have ever grown in my life. Now, it wasn't a big garden. It was only about 20 feet by 20 foot. It wasn't really big.
Yeah.
But it made some amazing stuff.
Jeanette wants to know, do you ever use grass killer? Well, we used salt to get rid of Kogon,
and we use vinegar and salt to kill grass, but we don't use Roundup or anything like that.
I'm not sure what they're talking about. I'm just reading comments. Has anyone heard anything from the Lorries? They are at their place right now. That's all we
guess. We guess. We haven't even heard. All we know is they left, headed north. And we haven't heard, we haven't seen any videos, we don't know anything about them.
Yeah. All right, we planted 25 Cherokee 10s just now breaking through. Hopefully they will do great. Let's see.
Ronnie says it's, oh no, it wasn't Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Out of the Heavens Homestead says, hard to get corn seed here in Ocala. You can order Danny cord from us.
Yeah. Well, as long as it's in the United States. Ocala, isn't that in Florida?
Yeah, I think so.
Can I do a fall crop of English peas?
In Louisiana, if you're in North Louisiana, maybe. South Louisiana, no.
Gossmania says, does it take cherry tomatoes forever to turn red? Yes.
Takes them a while.
And then when they start, they go crazy.
It's overnight.
Hey, Pratt family. Jen.
Oh, it's Jenny. Yeah.
Don't
Hey,
holler,
sweetie.
don't holler at Mike.
Yeah. She's such a sweet lady, I swear. Oh, she's so sweet.
We need them in Mississippi. They could. Her shorts would probably be too. Shoot, I don't know what she'd do.
I know you'd have to take them off now. It's hot.
Jenny just couldn't stand it because it was hot enough in March.
Yeah.
So if she was down here now, she was wearing shorts in March.
No, it's like 100-degree heat index now.
I know she couldn't handle it now. She'd be going, and
Nadia
Mike would definitely be gone.
Nadia, I get my salt from a company that deals with slaughterhouses where they butcher animals. I pay about $8 for a 50-pound bag of salt.
Tomato plant leaves are turning yellow. They're in containers. You got any ideas why they're turning yellow?
It could be heat. It could be lack of water. It could be lack of nitrogen. It could be a number of things.
Yeah, Gossmania, you're just going to have to wait a little longer. If they're loaded, it's like being pregnant. That baby's coming at some point. You ain't going to be pregnant forever. So them tomatoes will turn at some point. You just got to be patient and wait on them.
Pratt's Greenhouse, or a lot of the way I do my weed killer is I just take like a cup of vinegar, a quarter cup of salt, and a gallon of water, and I mix it together, and I put it in a little throwaway sprayer that I'm going to not use for anything else, and I just go around spraying stuff.
On the Heavens Homestead, what are you wanting to order? Is it seeds? If you do, go to deepsouthhomestead.etsy.com. Yeah, it's hot, Jen, I promise you.
I promise you it's hot.
We turned the air conditioner on for the first time. It was 80-something degrees in the house.
It was 84 in the house. And we wouldn't have turned the AC on, but we have to live stream. When the fan was going, you would mess the video up.
Yeah, it was just too hot.
White Picket Fence says, I'm in zone 5B. Is it too late for English peas? Well,
I don't know. It's according to what temperatures you got and how long you're going to be having them.
English peas cannot stand temperatures over 80 degrees. So if your temperature starts reaching 80 degrees or warmer, then it's too late.
Yeah, and our English peas, we call them miracle plants. Guys, they are truly miracles. We've done, I forgot how many I've done put up, but I've got some in the freezer now to can, and I'll have 4 to 5 more jars or 6. But today when we picked, those things are putting out all kinds of green growth, beautiful, beautiful leaves, and they have blooms on them. Some of them have little bitty bean holes on them. So we're going to leave them a little longer. This heat's probably going to get them, but right now we're leaving them just to see what they do.
Okay. A plan in mind says, what would be a good space filler in the bottom of a container instead of using all potting soil? I put about 4 to 5 inches of dead leaves in the bottom of every one of my containers. I rake up the dead leaves in the yard and I just pack them in there.
And if it's a very big container, you could put broken limbs.
You could put pieces of wood, anything like that down in there to fill it in.
Yeah.
Robin Simple Life said it was 95. I don't even know what the heat index is. It's just hot.
It's just hot.
Grandma Rose says, I was really surprised to see the Lori family move. Well, we wasn't, but they had some issues going on.
Yeah, it's been coming for a while.
Yeah.
Since last year.
Let's see here. I'm trying to catch up with them.
Mimsy says she laughed so hard at Jenny at the gathering. I was cold and she had on shorts and sandals.
Yeah. When you come from Michigan down here, it makes a lot of difference.
It's warm.
Yeah.
All right. VW Farm, no way, just taking a deep breath before the big bang. Okay, I'm not sure what they're talking about.
Yeah, Charlotte, gravel is good too. It just depends on if a person has access to rocks, or if they want to move the pot, then it gets to be pretty heavy.
Okay, I don't see where VW Farms is posting anything. Am I missing something? I mean, most of them are talking to them, but I don't see their post.
I saw a bunch of stuff that they were putting up there. I just skimmed through. I'm looking for the questions.
Yeah, just hang in there, VW Farms. guessing they are saying something about it going back and forth. YouTube's been a little crazy lately. We had, at the first of the month, we had 3 days pop up with zero, no money whatsoever.
Yeah.
And we've made money now on YouTube for at least something every day for 4 years. So for us to have 3 days at zero was kind of weird. And then after maybe a couple of days, 2 of them went back up. And then it took 2 weeks. I think today the 3rd one went back up, and I saw other YouTube channels saying something about theirs had zeroed out too.
Yeah.
For a day or 2. And then I've noticed in our comments and stuff, things that are held for review. I have some things as far back as 6 and 8 months. One of them was 3 years ago. They're pulling comments and throwing them over for me to have to review, and I'm not sure what.
Yeah. Now somebody's asking, where is Grizz been? You know, I don't know. I hadn't seen Grizz in a while.
Oh, I saw he said he was, the video he had up today was it's not worth it or something. Yeah, VW Farms, you hit that little wall every now and then. You'll grow really, really fast for a little while. It'll slow down. And it seems like every time you get to, like if you're shooting for 1,000, you'll get to that 900 and it takes you forever to get to that 1,000.
Yeah.
Then it's like bam, 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 bam. You're right at 2,000, and then it's like it just slows down. And so we've been doing this over 4 years or so.
Right at 4 years.
I think 4 years. And ours has just been a steady growth. We don't have a lot of fast growth on it. It's just been slow and steady. So some of the people that watched us in the beginning are still watching us, so that we're thankful for that. You lose a few along the way, you gain more.
Yeah, you lose some, you gain some. People will come in, some of them are looking for entertainment. We don't do a lot of entertainment videos. We will do one occasionally.
Yeah.
But most of ours is just strictly homesteading videos or off-grid videos, or mainly on Patreon is our off-grid videos. And on Patreon we have our videos about food problems, food shortages, you know, solutions and stuff like that. But slow and steady, Harvest to the Bounty is right. Slow and steady wins the race. We're not one of these kind who's looking for fast subscriber growth. We want people that stick. We want people that are good people. We're not interested in having about 100,000 people who are just deadbeats. You know, we want.
Lots of times, if you get a lot of people real fast, a lot of them fall by the wayside because they just sub because somebody said, "Hey, go sub," and they don't watch your videos. So you want those solid people that are going to be there because they like you, not because somebody else said, "Hey, go over and sub." Just because somebody likes Deep South doesn't mean they're going to like you, and they may not want to watch your videos. And so we have had that off and on when we were in the Homestead Network. A lot of people joined all of our channels that were in the network because we were in the network. And we lost a lot of people after that because most of them were only there for the network. So you want people that are wanting to watch you. Is one way to put it. They said Grizz was on Self-Reliant Roadshow today.
Okay. There's one person in here, y'all. I'm not sure what they're up to.
Which one? Hey, Happy Mac.
Little Danny Tomo's granny is questionable. I saw that a while ago. Amanda, y'all keep your eye on them. And if they get out of line, say something ain't got no business, just get rid of them.
Yeah. As long as they're okay, we're good.
Okay, she says she's watching.
Thank you, girl. Have learned so much from you both. Thank you, Tracy.
On Patreon, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Dale Rankin said, I missed porch time. Well, it was up.
Yeah, it's there.
It's there.
The Happy Mac said, hey.
Little Danny is a troll. I figured he was.
Yeah, and lots of times if they're not...
And I got a feeling I know who it is.
If it's not being too ugly, we just leave it alone.
No, if it's who I think it is, just go ahead and take them out. Because I think I know who it is.
Gemini says she's been with us almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Robin Simple Life said they've been subbed a long time. They just don't comment a lot. Now, we've got a lot of people that watch us that comment once every now and then, and some of them don't comment at all. So that's okay. You don't have to.
Right.
But if you do, we get people that send us emails. We get letters in the mail, and we love hearing from people.
Meredith says, is it the bad neighbor with the dogs? No, I doubt it. I don't think they got that much sense.
Actually, the dogs have been quiet for part of the day.
Part of the day. They've been barking.
They were bad this morning.
They were bad this morning. Is the soil in the south really sandy? I need amendments. Yes, the soil in the south. Not all soil. There's as much clay down here as there are anywhere else. It's just that there is a lot of sand
After
in the
all
south.
that rain the other day, it's nothing but sand. And this is something that Gosmania said too. Their garden was a pretty garden. She said all that water came and it looks like a sand pile. Everything around here looks like you're at the beach. There's sand everywhere.
Yeah,
whatever that water brings the sand to the surface.
Yeah. There's a lot of sand.
VW Farm says, we don't comment much, but we like to watch.
That's me. I watch most of VW Farms' videos. I hardly ever comment. I just love what I love the fact that they got a huge farm. I know.
Danny just wants to come live on your farm. And just flat land. And
I get so frustrated living where we're at here. You know.
Does anybody have any land that's flat with pecan trees? We'll about do anything else. Flat land with pecan trees.
Yeah, I need pecan trees, flat land, running water.
Yeah, creek.
A pond or something, you know. Yeah.
It would be, I'm telling you, he can look at somebody's land and see these pretty flat fields and he just drools.
I just drool. Yeah. Jenny, glad you stopped in for a while, girl. I love you. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, and a pond, Amanda. That's all right.
Yeah, it would be great. Charlotte says she hates barking dogs. They got 2 next door.
Know how we feel. Well, we got more than 2.
Thomas, I've been trying to get him to doing All God's Children. I'm hoping he'll get to that at some point. He has to slow down when he's carpentering and stuff and gardening. He just doesn't process real well.
Well, the thing about it is right now we're in full-blown mode. I got to get that cabin blacked in. I got to get crops harvested, crops planted, tend animals, fix fences, and there's only one of me. You know, so.
I know.
Charlotte's Rub-a-Dub says, I know where 20 acres is up this way.
And she's up north somewhere in Mississippi, I think. She's still in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Gosh, has it already been an hour? I'm like Maddie. It's already an hour.
Single Dad Homestead said, flat. What is that, Appalachian Life?
Yeah. I don't know.
We have no flat land. I mean, everything we have is on a hillside.
All right, Homestead Paradise says they have flat land, pecan trees, and a pond, just not much land.
Oh, man.
See, we gotta have land.
I want land. I want anywhere from I want around 40 acres, and I don't want no neighbor sitting right next to me. Oh.
Yeah, VW Farm says we were the real deal, and Harston the Bounty says, yes, VW Farm, they are the real deal.
They are.
We enjoyed getting to meet them and talk to them.
It
would be awesome to have them just come down to Deep South.
No, I told Wanda when she left her career to go live on a farm, that girl was real. You know? Yeah. And her husband, I'm telling you, they are amazing people. I watch the farm that they run up there and the cattle and stuff like that, and I'm just, you know, I'm somewhat envious in a lot of ways, but I also know that it's hard work because I raised cows my whole life, and right now I've only got 2. I don't have the acreage anymore like I used to run a lot of cattle.
Yeah. Homestead and Dad, no, Single Dad Homestead, and I'll get it right now. It says he has to go uphill to go downhill.
He has to go uphill to go down.
That's not the way it is here sometimes.
Oh, Lord. 55 acres in Nova Scotia. No pecan trees, though. Oh, there's plenty of land down here. There's no pecan trees.
Yeah, we hadn't found anything.
But I'm always looking, I'll tell you that.
And Mari is saying that her fear of canning is fading pretty fast. All you got to do is can one time and it's gone, and you will continue canning for a long, long time.
Sandy says, I have 1 acre of sand straight uphill covered in pine trees. Oh, my.
Well, we don't have pine trees. That's the one thing. You would think in Mississippi we would be covered in pine trees, but we're not.
Brad says it's flatter than a pancake here in Amarillo. The north of town is like rocks and ranch land.
Yeah. Well, we really don't want rocks either. We want some good soil, and that's almost important.
Charlotte says, my dream is 200 acres. I could have bought 200 acres at one point in my life, and I should have my behind kicked for not doing it.
Yeah, see, Sarah says she lives on a hill, all 3 acres. That's the problem. You can find some land, but there's always something wrong with it somewhere.
Yeah, it's either the land is wrong, the neighbors are wrong. There's always something. The soil's wrong.
The Happy Macs have lots of pines. See, most everybody in Mississippi has pine trees, but were there very many on this place when you moved here?
BW Farm says, Danny, there's a nice 80 acres behind me with a pond.
Ooh.
Ooh, do not tempt me.
Don't tempt us. Don't tempt us.
Do not tempt me. It wouldn't take much.
Y'all got a shack we can live in till we get a house built.
I'll tell you what, it wouldn't take much for me to close the doors. I'm not gonna lie.
That's funny. Okay, VW Farm, send me pictures of the 80 acres. Just kidding. Not really.
How many green beans do you need to do a canning session?
7 quarts, because I put them in quarts.
Yeah, we do 7 quarts, which is probably that big blue Tupperware bowl.
Yeah, my big blue Tupperware bowl. I usually do that.
Yeah.
That's what I did with potatoes and stuff like that. Our green beans have blooms on them and teeny little peas. So maybe green beans before long. Hey, Dry Gulch, she picked a blackberry on their 19 acres today, the sweetest berry because they were from our land. We are getting wild blackberries. We're getting tame blackberries, strawberries, huckleberries. Y'all, we got a huckleberry bush out here that the freeze killed a lot of it, but not the bush, but the berries. And I've been picking a few, but it was like minute to what it usually produces. And today it's got tiny little berries on it again. So it is making a second crop. That's unheard of, isn't it?
That is, yes.
And then we're picking blueberries, and I am picking lots and lots of blueberries. Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Rain just bought a pretty little piece of land. I was so glad because she's been wanting something, and they were afraid they were going to have to sell and move. And they found land right down the road from them, so they get to keep their house and everything they've got going on, and they have a place they can go to and do their other stuff, and it's right close.
Time to Sow says, we are picking blueberries, and they are big. We're picking blueberries. Miss Wanda you pick about a gallon every day?
It's about a half a gallon.
About a half a gallon? I just see them piled out on the counter, and every time I come in the house, there's just blueberries.
We've just been snitching a few here and there.
I just planted bush beans for the first time this year. Did 1 container. No idea how many I will get. We had, on the snap beans down here, we had 12 containers planted with contenders, and we canned 12 jars off of them.
All right. Let's see. Does the 80 acres solve a dog problem? I don't know. It's according to what VW Farms. Do you have a dog? Just saying. That barks all day long.
That was Dave that asked that question.
I know, but they were the ones that said they had the 80 acres. That's what I'm saying. If it's behind them, do they have dogs that bark? Just, yeah.
1 bushel does about 14 quarts is about right. Yes.
Yeah. The Blue Lakes. That's what we
planted this year. They're looking good right now.
They're awesome.
I think they need a little fertilized, but
you can't get around them. They're just growing into each other, like 4 rows or 5, ever how many he planted, or just There's no walk room. I don't know how we're going to pick them.
Oh.
The deer were at Sherry's today, blackberry picking.
Freedom Using Farm and Arbor Homestead said I should be picking blackberries, but the chickens keep eating them.
Yeah.
Charlotte's green beans have not bloomed yet. Oh, Christy said there's nothing like a pack of barking hunting dogs. I agree with you.
So right. She said you won't ever hear anybody's dogs back there.
Oh, man.
Y'all, I can just see Danny packing up tomorrow and saying we headed to Arkansas.
Well, I got to finish the cabin first. That's the kicker, because I'm not leaving here unless I make money. You know.
Yeah.
Danny don't. If I spend $5,
our cabin is becoming our little refuge. Even though we can hear the dogs back there if they're barking, we turn the radio on, and it is like we're in a totally different world.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted with the cabin, and it is coming along.
It's coming along. It's done turned into a big project. It ain't a cabin no more. It's done turned into a mansion just about.
Because Danny don't do anything cheap.
I'm not going to do anything cheap.
He starts something, and when he starts thinking of it, he'll start out, okay, it's going to cost us $100. And then time he figures everything he's doing and how he's going to do it, it's up to $500. I just know every time he says something to multiply it by about 3 to 5, and then I know a price. Nothing as everybody says.
Well, but we really don't have that much money in it yet. You know.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty big place.
Yeah. It's only 1 bedroom, and it's a real small room, and it has the little small bath. I'm not giving away, we've got another little room that we put on, and so that could go for 2 bedrooms, but I don't think so. It's so small.
Yeah.
But the porch is what makes it. The
porch makes it look huge.
It's beginning to look really huge, but the porch is going to be very important. And guys, I'm waiting. He's got to. How many you said we like? $400 or $500 worth of boards.
We like about $500 worth of boards on the porch for her to be able to buy her famous rocker that she's looking at.
Y'all, when y'all see this rocking chair, y'all are going to just flip. I go in the hardware or the lumber store. What is the hardware store?
It's a hardware store and a lumber store.
Yeah. I go in there and they have this gigantic 2-seater person rocker in there, and the posts are like this big around all over it. It's a dark color, and they only want $200 for it. And I can't buy it till I have a porch to put it on, because I'm not putting it on this white porch. It's going on that porch. And one day I'm going to have that rocker.
Yeah.
Right?
She's well, the roof is all the way around the porch now. All I gotta do is put the trim on.
I missed Mother's Day. That was my first goal, so I missed Mother's Day. We have an anniversary coming up July 19th. Mm-hmm. Okay, that gives you right at 2 months.
Oh yeah, we'll do the porch before then.
So I need a porch before July 19th.
It's just money, ain't that what we always say? It's just money. They print it every day, you know. Yeah. So don't worry about it.
So one day, hopefully by our anniversary, I'll have a porch and I'll have my rocking chair. That's my goal. They used to have sleeping porches like the South. Well, that is true. I remember.
I would sleep on this porch if I had a way to. Our house here has a large porch around it.
Yeah, and the cabin's going to have...
The cabin's going to have a large porch around it, because porches block the sun off of the outside walls of the house, and it helps to keep the house cool. So porches are well worth their money.
Yeah. Hey, Sinclair, I think he's been in a while, but I do...
He has. He's been here all along.
Yeah. I thought I saw him a while ago.
Yeah.
FUSBAT Production. Okay. That's one I hadn't seen before. Very
Amanda says, I need a hammock. We had a hammock, but something happened to it. I don't remember what happened to it.
I have a hammock swing, and it's been in the cabin.
Yeah, you do.
For the last couple of months, and I go over there and I sit in my swing. But since we got our new chairs, We've been sitting in the chairs.
The chairs, oh my gosh, they're so good. And let me say something. I got to say this, and y'all please do not take me wrong. But there seems to be an attitude with homesteaders that people think that homesteaders can't have anything nice, or they have to be cheap, or they got to live in a rinky-dink shack, or they got to be in a shed. They can't have a nice house. They can't have a nice vehicle. They can't have a nice tractor. They got to be poor. There is nothing further from the truth.
You guys don't have to be poor.
You don't have to be poor to be a homesteader. You can be a homesteader and live in a nice home, have nice equipment, have nice everything.
Yeah. Or if you're working your way up, you can have little things and keep working. But when you should always strive to do better. If you have a small house and you want to add on, it's good. If you if you've got an old tractor and you find a better tractor somewhere and you buy it, that's good.
Save your money.
Yeah.
And don't go out and eat and don't go to movies and don't do all these stupid things. Take your money and save it, and when something comes along that's nice, go ahead and spend the money and buy it so you've got something nice.
And see, we've had so many comments about the cabin and things. Well, first off, we save money.
Yes, we saved for 2 years to get that cabin started.
We don't play golf. We don't have a boat. We don't have a four-wheeler. We don't have an extra vehicle. We've got one vehicle.
Yes.
We did have two, but it's out in the yard, and I sold it because I got tired of looking at it in the yard. We don't go out to eat. We do not go shopping. Most of the things we've gotten, we do get reviews on. People send us. I turned down a lot of reviews.
We turn down stuff that we think is cheap.
Yeah, and we get people saying, I can't believe for somebody that don't have money, you're talking about all these expensive. Those chairs are expensive. But when somebody sends me something, it's something we can use or something I can give away. That's the way I look at it. If they say they want to send me something that is a plastic something that doesn't work,
no,
I'm not going to take it.
We're not going to do it.
I've done that once before, and it took me forever to do a video because I didn't like the product and I didn't want to come across trying to sell something I didn't like. And so now I only take products that I think we will use or my subscribers will like in a giveaway.
Yeah.
And that's going to be it.
Yeah, if you see us do a video, it's usually going to be a quality stuff. We hardly ever do a video on just junk. Now, we are working right now with companies on off-grid solar lighting because we're doing the cabin. And we're testing out lots of solar equipment. You'll see a lot of it over on Patreon. You may see some of it on regular YouTube. But we're testing out different types of solar lighting because we are off-grid and we need some sort of lighting. And we're trying to figure out what's the best so that other YouTubers who are off-grid might say, wow,
that's a good idea.
That's a good idea, you know?
Yeah. So we're trying different things. We're really liking the solar idea with a lot of things because we do get a lot of sun.
Yeah.
A lot. It was hot today.
Oh, it was bad.
Everything solar would work.
Anything solar would work today.
Our flagpole light did great. And I can take that light off the flagpole and take it inside, and it lights that cabin up.
We light the whole cabin up, yeah.
So even if it only lasts 6 months to a year or 2 years or whatever, that light is worth its money for us. You know, it's something that we can use. And if we had to, we could turn all the lights off here in the house and just use our solar lights.
Well, what a lot of people don't realize is you can go buy those little solar lights that you stick down beside your sidewalk, and you can get you some little pots and put dirt in them and just set them in the house. And it don't even really have to be dirt. It can just be the little clear marbles that you put in them. And when those things, when it gets dark, you can bring them in your house and stick them in them pots, and they'll burn all night long and light your whole house. You don't even have to turn the lights on. So you can cut your electric bill down. I mean, there's ways of doing it.
Yeah, and so that's what we're looking for. A lot of ours is experimental because we have a lot of subscribers that are going this route. Some of it, what are they doing?
Oh, Bo Roden says, you know you have a great porch and live in a secluded place where you can drink your coffee on it naked.
Yeah.
But we do that. I'm not going to lie.
You got to know Danny had taken a bath and walked through the house, walked out on the porch yesterday, and picked up a tomato that I left out there, and walked back in and turned around and looked, and there was a truck coming down our driveway.
Yeah,
And usually we have a ding ding but we unplugged it during the storm, and so we didn't get notification that somebody was coming through our gate. And for whatever reason, Hank did not bark.
no, he didn't bark for some reason.
He usually barks at everything, and he did not bark. So Danny liked to got caught yesterday after the shower.
Yeah. Anything worth having requires saving and hard work. That is exactly right.
Single Dad said they just went completely off-grid 3 weeks ago and trying different ways. It makes you think a lot.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. We still have the house here.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think ahead and plan things over there. And so that's where we're at with cooking and everything over there. Danny wants to build the bed.
I want to build my own bed because I want to put drawers underneath it and everything to put our clothes for storage, like sheets and stuff like that. Yeah.
And we're trying to think every spot through. Of course, we're not having a lot of storage over there.
No, there's not a lot of storage.
We want to minimize. Whatever.
Yes.
Anyway, we want to downsize. And this house is full to the brim of stuff. And so I may have to have a Deep South garage sale or something.
Well, we probably at some point will start to minimize a lot of stuff, that we have here. But we are looking for a 5-foot clawfoot tub that's in good shape to go in the cabin. We now figured out how we can put it in there. Baker Mom says, Danny, you are so handy. Do you have a single brother? No, I don't. And if I did, my brothers are so goofy too.
They are not. They do not do the things he does.
They don't. I'm a one of a kind in my family.
Yeah, neither one of his brothers do.
Nope.
Anything like that.
They couldn't build a doghouse,
Probably not. Well, Rick could. He used to make toys and
Rick
things, but I don't know if he built.
Rick could do tedious stuff.
Yeah.
But not.
He didn't do this.
He didn't do the framing stuff. No.
He did little woodworks.
I told Amanda was talking to us the other night. Her and Wanda was talking, and I told him, I says, I'm thinking about cloning myself.
We did. We said,
I said, there's so many people that want to rent me out. I said, if I could just clone myself, we could just rent me out to a lot of people,
Well, Bern said, did I just say ding ding? We have this alarm system, and it makes a ding ding sound when somebody comes through the gate. And usually the gate is locked. So we had a neighbor unlock the gate and come through yesterday, and we didn't. Number one, the little alarm system didn't go off because we unplugged it during the storm and forgot it was unplugged.
Yeah.
And number two, whatever reason, Hank didn't bark, and so it's kind of strange when you have to watch.
Oh, they're all talking about if I just had a son. Yeah, I said that myself. If I just had a son.
We ain't having no kids.
No, I'm past that. I'm past that age now.
Oh.
I don't mind kids. I actually love some kids.
We just need somebody else's kids, well-mannered son that would come here like Matt.
Matt, or when Sunshine comes, her and Amanda. Sunshine is just
Christopher did
great
good.
kid. Christopher, when Adrian was here, Christopher is a fantastic guy.
These are sons we need.
These are, yeah.
We need somebody's son that we don't have to have our own,
Yeah.
It would be fun.
Oh, man.
Well, Danny and I do everything ourselves. If it gets done around here, we do it ourselves. Today, I've been mowing yards. We don't have a yard guy. It's me or it's him.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And today I mowed where he could do some things on the cabin. And when we go to dig potatoes or we go to pick beans or whatever, it's me and him.
Yeah.
Now, Gosmania helped us, which we were very thankful for.
We were very thankful for that, yes.
When Amanda was here, she helped pick English peas. She couldn't bend over, but she could walk and pick all of them at the top because they were right there at the top. So she helped. She helped shell. And when we've had people here, they've helped us with things along the way, and it's really great.
Yes. And right now, we've got so much garlic coming in that we're going to be dehydrating everything. That's right. When it's just the two of us, there's just not enough time in a day for us to do all that we have to do.
Yeah, Sinclair says his pond's over an acre and it takes all day to mow and cut the grass. I've seen his, and he does have a huge area.
It's nice, though.
But it's some
It's
flat
nice.
land.
It's nice. All I can say is it's
Are
nice.
you wanting to go to Missouri too?
I don't know if Missouri's flooding right now. I don't know if I want to go to Missouri.
Well, when it calms down.
It's not going to calm down.
Yeah. We're going to have all kinds.
Will we use the Excalibur for the garlic? Yes.
Yes, I use the Excalibur. I have two of the round, I don't know what they're called, but it's cheapy.
Thank you.
So it's one of these cheapy things, but we have two of those. And they will dehydrate, but it takes forever because they're not consistent.
Yeah.
The Excalibur is well worth its money, but you can find, what was it? I never can remember the...
Cabela's. Cabela's has a good one. If you
watch for sales on Cabela's or some of those places, they have good ones that are similar to mine, and they work really well. So if you get a chance to invest in a dehydrator, a good dehydrator with a volume control on it.
Volume?
Not volume. Temperature control.
I think so. What does volume got to do with anything?
Well, temperature control.
Oh, man.
Yeah, when it gets hot, Mary Beth, it's hard to keep up with everything. That's where I was at today. I'd go mow a while, come in. Well, actually, we picked English peas first.
We picked English peas first. I left there, went over, climbed up on the roof, painted the chimney, got down, wanted to pick blueberries.
I picked the blueberries, blackberries, strawberries. I did a video with the Greenstalk. And no, I didn't do that. That was yesterday. I did a video on Betty's Box of Blessings that will be up tomorrow. I sat and shelled the peas. I
finished putting the roof all the way around the porch on the cabin.
Yeah. I went out and started mowing. And I'd come in, I'd fix lunch, I'd go back out and mow. I'd come in, rest a while, go back out and mow. We have a lot that we mow, and I only got maybe half of it or 3/4.
You got about 3/4 of it mowed. I went and crushed and repiled some trash piles on the place. I painted some of the soffit on the cabin. So plus I tilled some of the potato field again.
Mr. John says he has 3 Excaliburs running full open when garden's booming. Yes. If you have no way to can it and put everything up, I mean, and too, like the garlic, you really need to be able to dehydrate some things. So there's lots of things. I like to dehydrate some of the tomatoes, my herbs, what else? I did some fruit roll-ups. Last year we did English peas and carrots. We've done potatoes. I did figs, apples. Apples is like our all-time favorite. I can take 50 apples and dehydrate them, and Daniel eat them in 2 days.
I'll eat 50 apples in 2 days, man.
I can't dehydrate apples very much because he will eat all of them. And I know an apple a day is good for you, but 50 apples in 1 day is not real good.
Sherry says, Wanda, you should invite the deer. They'd help you eat. They'll help you pick.
No,
if the deer show up here, they usually go in the freezer.
Yeah. We've had them up until we started gardening, and we're back and forth so much, I think it's keeping them out.
Plus, we have solar. Let me tell you one thing we've learned.
This will be a way for y'all to keep.
This would be a way to keep some of the deer out of your field. We went and bought a box of these solar lights that you just stick in the ground.
There's like 6 of them.
6 of them in a box, and we take those things and you move them around in your field all the time. And the deer seem to not come in when those solar lights are out there being moved around because it unnerves them because it's always in a different location.
Have you ever heard of putting mortar mix around tomatoes to help with the calcium?
No, because it'd probably turn to concrete.
If it rained, it would. I hadn't thought of that. So let's see. Dehydrate okra and use it in soup. Now we've had a lot of people say something because of high blood sugar or low blood sugar? Which one is it you drink?
If your blood sugar's high, you can use okra
to bring it down.
Okra water to bring it down.
So they were wanting to know how to have okra all year long. So dehydrate might be a way, and then they could put it back in water and rehydrate, and it would still have the slime.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that might be a good way for people. Love apple slices with the skin.
Dehydrate. Oh yes.
And Danny can eat. Oh, he loves them.
So I can eat them things.
I don't do
Good
anything
Lord.
to them except dehydrate. What about a solar motion detected light? Yes.
Guys, we got a video coming up on one of those.
It's
not solar, but we have one coming up. I think you'll really like.
We've got to shoot the video.
We got to shoot the video first. I just hadn't had the time to hook it all up.
I think we're gonna like it.
I think we're gonna like it.
Do we have a compost pile? Yes.
Yes.
We have like several. We have a bucket out here that's compost. We
got 2 or 3 buckets of compost or pots.
Yeah, pots. And then we have back here the hotbed we've turned into a compost.
Got a compost back here for chicken litter and turkey litter and stuff like that. And then we have one out in the front.
That's almost gone.
That's almost gone. When I clean the barn out and I muck all the stalls out, I put it out there. And we've used it now.
Oldie sent them on their way today, but it scared my little mini schnauzers to death. Talking about the deer.
Lou's Northern Home says we can't hunt deer. We have chronic wasting disease. That's a sign you have too many deer.
Yeah. Diane says that she cans hers the way old Alabama gardener does. That he showed me how, and I can mine.
We do the same thing. Yeah.
But for people that want to drink the okra water,
I know what's fixing to happen here.
What?
Them chairs that's in the cabin. It's fixing to come over here to do these live streams in.
Are you serious? They're
comfortable though.
They'd be too big.
I don't care. They may have to come over here.
Where do you send
your gray water from the cabin? We usually water our fruit trees with it.
We don't have anything hooked up yet in the cabin to get gray water. When I wash something or do something, I go outside and do it in a pot.
That's what the old people had dish pans for, because
I've got dish pans.
They had the large dish pans, and they put their stuff in it, and they washed it, and they took it outside, and they poured it out.
Put it in their plants.
And
that's what I've been doing. Yeah. And we have a composting toilet, so that goes out. So there's no gray water yet. Danny's working on those solutions in the future when we get to that point.
Wellborn, I have done that before. Whenever I was in the construction business, I used to bring all the sheetrock scraps home, and I took and put them all in my fields everywhere. And I would take the bush hog and run over it, and I'd bush hog them, and then I'd take the disc and run over it, and I would disc them. And then once they laid there a while, I would take the turn plow and turn them under.
Spicy pickled okras to die for. I did some dill okra, and it is very good. I've still got some in the fridge. It is very, very good. VW Farm says they have an inexpensive motion solar light from Harbor Freight in the greenhouse. These solar lights, I don't know how long they'll last. That's something that we'll just have to test.
We'll test them, yeah.
But it's free. Free electricity.
Free lights.
Free lights.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're liking. Hey, Rosie. It's raining in California. Okay, so we've been on here nearly an hour and a half.
Country Homestead Preacher said they just passed illegal hunting over bait in Alabama. Wow. See, we can use corn in Mississippi, but you can't hunt over it.
Yeah. You can put the corn out,
you can put it out,
kill a deer over it.
But you can't hunt over it. Now, you can hunt the trail going to it, but you can't hunt over it.
Yeah, there's little legalities.
Yeah.
Lou says they use
I've seen the dryer sheets
used.
Especially the scented ones.
Yeah. All right, so a $15 permit. Not bad.
Not bad, $15.
It's not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
All right,
just another way for them to make money. Okay, guys, we've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. Oh, we love y'all now. Don't get me wrong, we love you. But for those of y'all on the East Coast, you're already at 10:20 right now, and that's getting close to 11 o'clock.
Deep South, Bama with Mr. Tom says some of the solar lights last 25 years, but the battery will die in a few years and not take a charge anymore. And the solar that came with the flag, you can change those batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most everything we get the kind that you can change the batteries.
Yeah. So far, we've gotten that,
Yeah.
there. So, yeah. One of them says it's 11:20.
Yeah, that's up where they're
Okay,
at.
so we
4:20 in Germany. Woo! You stayed up a long time, Wildcat. Maybe the military is keeping him up.
No, he's just up. We want to remember Boss of the Swamp.
Yeah, we'll keep JC in your prayers.
Starry.
Yeah.
Nikki Stanley.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Y'all, I've got a
headache. There is so many people that has contacted us that has cancer and physical issues, or either lost a loved one. It's just, I don't even know where to start. Really, I don't. There's been so many. And
we don't mean to forget people, but I saw on here that Miss Gloria mentioned Mr. John and his son.
Yeah, Mr. John. Yeah. And Andy, I think Andy he had pancreatic problems.
Yeah. I think, was Andy in here a while ago? I think I saw him. I don't remember. Anyway.
And then the people who are experiencing the bad weather right now, the flooding, guys, our food system in this country, oh my gosh, by fall, we're going to be in trouble. I'm telling you.
Yeah. That's something that we didn't even get to.
We didn't even get to that. Yeah. I don't even know.
There's been so much. People have sent us all kinds of messages about what's going on
where they're at.
Their place.
Yeah.
So it's not like when Danny's doing these talks and stuff, we get a lot of negativity saying he's being very negative, that everything's hunky-dory all over everywhere. And yes, some people can grow. I mean, we're harvesting stuff right now. Things are really, really good.
Things are good for us right now as far as harvest.
Some of our things are
doing nothing.
Not done.
Yeah.
So it's an up and down situation. Some people's going to have a lot. Some people aren't. Some things are going to do well for you. Other things may not. It's not that we're trying to be gloom and doom. We're just giving you things that are going on around the world.
Well, let me put it to you this way. So many people ask me, Danny, how much time do we have? For the last 3 years, people said, Danny, how much time do we have? How much time do we have? And I always told you when I thought the time was close, I would tell you. And I'm telling you now, the time is close.
Yeah. And today I thought of Noah. Noah kept telling all these people, there's, something's going to happen. And these people probably do like people do today. Yeah. Well, you've been saying that for years and nothing's happened, so I'm just tired of hearing it. I'm not going to do this anymore. Why should I prep? I prepped for 5 years and nothing's happened. I'm tired of doing it. Guys, eventually there's a time when the flood came. So eventually there's going to be a time when you're going to need food. And if you watch the news and you watch all these things, you're going to start seeing, if you put all of them together, because Danny and I were looking, the corn crop, citrus.
Yeah. Well, let me iterate. We're going into a time, now y'all listen closely to what I'm saying here. I'm going to get up close where you can hear the word. We're going into a time that's called Farmageddon. Not Armageddon, but Farmageddon. Because right now in the United States, only 30% of the corn has been planted. If it is not planted, all of it, within the next 3 weeks, then the farmers will not be able to purchase insurance on their crops, and they'll have to look for a substitute. And right now, they usually substitute it with soybeans. But right now, there's an oversurplus of soybeans in the world, and they can't get rid of them. Matter of fact, most soybeans are rotting in the fields because they can't. The trade wars is on with different nations. Can't get rid of the soybeans, so farmers are not planting them because that's usually a backup crop.
Crops worldwide are failing, yes.
And guys, you're going to see the word Farmageddon start showing up everywhere. I'm just going to give you a heads up. That's because the food is fixing to go away.
And if you think about it, A lot of people don't think how much corn is in something. You say, well, I don't eat corn.
There's
So
corn in
anything
anything you
is
buy.
in everything.
I don't care what it is. Wheat and corn is in everything.
Yeah, I mean, because think about the corn syrup. Look on anything you have in your cabinet that come from a store and turn it over and see if there's not corn syrup in it. Almost everything imaginable. You can't make anything without it nowadays if you buy it. I mean,
well, not only
has
that, you're going to by November of this year, you're going to start seeing some drastic increases in prices of stuff. And people who have animals and don't have a place to let them run loose and roam free and have to buy all their feed, you're either not going to be able to get feed or you're going to pay dearly for it.
Yeah. And see, this year we found that hay was a big issue here in Mississippi. We even heard other states say that they had hay in their city or town was being trucked hundreds of miles away because other places didn't have hay.
Yeah.
So when you see that happening, hay being trucked long ways, it means somebody's not growing it or something happened. Here it got wet. I mean, wasn't that the issue here? A lot of it got wet and they didn't have.
Well, a lot of the hay was sitting in fields, and when the rivers got out of their banks, it just got into barns and everything. Yes, Beth, that'll apply to chickens. It's going to apply to everything.
Yeah. So pork
Bama fan says, yeah, pork is going to go sky high. I mean, I'm not even going to go into it. I don't have time, so there's not even any.
Yeah, now Wildcat's saying food rationing in cities around December. We already see it happening in some ways. It's slight differences. We've had a lot of people make fun of us because we say that Walmart's restructured. Yeah. Walmart restructures ever so often. This is the second time since I've been out here in 6 years that our Walmart's restructured, and both times they lose shelves.
Yeah.
It gets wider aisles, different things. And I know it makes it prettier and all this, but also things start disappearing off the shelves every time. And they're going to these pickups and they want you to order online. That keeps you from ordering too much or walking in buying. Yeah, they like to sell. I get that. But it's also starting to limit what you can get.
Yeah. It's
getting you used to being limited, I guess. Might be how I'm putting it.
Well, I don't want to go across and appear to be the kind of person that just teaches doom and gloom. The scripture, it's either in Ecclesiastes or Proverbs, says, a wise man or a prudent man, it says, sees the destruction coming and he makes provisions for it. And when God opens our eyes to things that we see coming and we don't make provisions for it, and we go hungry, it's our own fault. It has nothing to do with God because God showed us in advance what was coming, and if we tend to put our focus on something else rather than stocking up, then it's not God's fault. God told you. If you didn't heed to it, He's out of the picture. You're on your own then. You know what I mean? Just all I'm saying, stock up, stock up, stock up.
And I saw somebody said the corn there, the fresh corn, I guess, looks horrible. Y'all, we don't buy fruits and vegetables in the stores, but the last few times I've been in Piggly Wiggly or Walmart and walked through those sections, I am shocked that people would buy what they consider fresh on the shelves.
Yeah.
Because the corn looked like it had been laying in the field for days after it was picked. The husk looked horrible. And I'm going, who would want to buy that? And these people are going, oh, fresh corn. And I'm like, no, that corn's a week old or better. The asparagus was all bent and weird looking. It didn't even look right. Some of the vegetables go from being big to down to small. Pineapples are a third of the size a pineapple used to be.
I know it. It's guys. I could just go on a rant, but I'm not.
Celery's over $4 a head. Yeah, and the prices are crazy.
Oh, We freak out every time we go to a grocery store. We look at that stuff, and I don't know how anybody buys.
I don't know how anybody buys.
I don't know how you buy groceries every week from a grocery store and still have money left. I don't know.
Yeah, because I bought 1 5-pound bag of potatoes to can for my canning class because we have all these potatoes, but I wanted to show the difference between the two. And what was it? $5 for the
$5 for a 5-pound bag of potatoes.
$4. It might have been four something.
Yeah, we might well say 5 times you had taxes.
For 5 pounds, that's $1 a pound for potatoes. You know, I'm going, wow.
I mean, I don't know, guys.
They don't have any money left.
Maybe that's why everybody's in Section 8 housing now. I don't know. I mean, it's. My heart goes out to people.
Wow, Caitlin made 250 pounds of cheddar cheese last night. I need to know where you're at. I need to come back. That is awesome. That is my goal, but we got busy with the cabin and things kicked in, and I'm not being able to do the milking and things right now with the goats. So I'm going to end up a whole year behind, looks like.
Valerie, you're exactly right. 150 bucks for half a cart.
Yes.
Wanda and I have been into Walmart before and come out toting 2 little tiny bags, and it's $40 and $50.
Oh, man. Harvesting the Bounty says her daughter put a bag of grapes in, and it was over $8. She said, I almost died. I would have died if I'd have had to pay $8 for grapes.
Debt-free Donna, the onions, cut them up and freeze them. Or dehydrate them.
Yes, if you can find them, yes. That's the best way to do it. Somebody, Mama Bear Preparedness says they bought a bag of frozen Brussels sprouts at a local store that said farm to freezer packaged in the U.S. And when she looked at the back, it said it was a product of Belgium. You have to really, really watch because either they're getting it in Belgium and bringing it to U.S. and packaging it, or either they're growing it in the U.S., sending it to Belgium and packaging it and sending it back. You never know. Our food goes all over the world before it gets to you.
Buckshots, you can plant sweet potatoes anytime that there's no frost. And you've got 120 days of warm weather for maturity. We're planting ours now.
A head of lettuce, $5. Whoa.
Gosh, I don't know how.
I mean, what was it I wouldn't buy?
Time to sow is right. When we dehydrate onions, we do it on the porch.
Yeah, don't put your dehydrator in the house.
Don't put your dehydrator in the house.
Onions and stuff like that. I put everything outside. Even my herbs, everything, I dehydrate outside. Something the other day we were in the store and Danny said, well, if you want it, get it. And I said, no, I'm not paying that for it. And so I just left it. I wouldn't buy it.
Apples here in Nova Scotia are coming from Chile. See, that's just crazy. You live in Nova Scotia where apples grow. I mean, just south of there is like the apple capital in the United States. I mean, so.
So they had to bring them from the south. Isn't that crazy?
Wellborn says, worst cucumbers I've ever seen at Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Christy says, how well do sweet potatoes dehydrate? They dehydrate pretty good.
I dehydrated some because I slice mine really, really thin, like potato chip thin. I have a slicer that slices them that thin. I dehydrated them, and I ground mine into a powder because I wanted to know stretching coffee. I have a video somewhere, either Deep South or Crazy Days, I don't remember, on how to stretch coffee with sweet potatoes. So I ground mine. You can do, I forgot it, I think it's two spoons of coffee to 1 spoon of sweet potatoes to stretch your coffee, and you will not notice the difference in coffee in your taste. It was pretty awesome.
Okay,
and you can rehydrate them and use them in.
Harvesting the Bounty said, I tried planting garlic for the first time to can it and it didn't do well. Garlic has to go through stratification or it will not make a bulb properly. It needs at least 2 weeks of cold weather, so we take ours and we put it in the bottom drawer of the refrigerator for 2 weeks before we plant it.
Pigs Rock Farm says they dehydrated ghost peppers inside. Lesson learned, not again.
Not again.
We had a friend that, what was it they said they did? Cayenne peppers. They were inside.
That was Jennifer's mom.
Yes.
They ground them up or something other.
Ground them up inside and was breathing it, and they like to have a fit. It's like, no, not again. Yes, we do watch.
I do watch Adapt 2030. Yes, occasionally. I don't watch it all the time. I've seen her when she popped in. Hey, baby. But yeah, I love Adapt 2030. They give off a lot. I watch Christian over there. I don't watch all of them now, but I do watch them.
Pop in and out.
Yeah, Ice Age Farmer. I watch him.
Adapt 2030. There's another one that's 2050. What's the other little guy?
MM33
Mr.
MMB 333 or something like that.
Mr. M. Something.
Occasionally I'll watch him.
Hello from Colorado, Julie.
But
Diamond. Yeah,
anyway,
he's a nut. I like
Diamond, yes. Diamond is a nut. He is. But he pronounces his words very well, though, from other countries. I know that.
Do you dehydrate the sweet potatoes raw, or do you blanch them first? I did raw. Some things call for slightly blanching them and then putting them in there. And some of them call for putting like a citrus, what do you call it, to keep them from turning?
Oh, citric acid.
Citric acid.
Yeah.
So I don't remember mine turning, but I can't remember if I did the acid or not. There's a joke going around that Walmart has a $100 entry fee. You can't come out of there under $100.
It's hard to.
You know.
Hall's Tools is a great place. Travis and them are really good people. We work with them on a regular basis with products.
Oh, they're another one. I forgot to mention on our 70,000 subscriber giveaway.
Oh, yes.
Hall's Tools has given us 3 packages of their premium seeds. It's a combo pack. So there's going to be 3 winners that are going to get seeds from Hall's Tools. We also have another one of the solar flag lights. I didn't do a separate video giving one away, but I will do it with our 70,000, so somebody will get a solar flag light. And I have the tops, mason tops
for fermenting.
So we have several things. Oh, and I have some flower seeds. Oh, I have them here somewhere. Where's my flowers?
Don't know.
Somewhere I had flower seeds. It's here.
There it is, right there. Hold on. Go right there.
All right.
These are the seeds that will be given away when we reach our 70,000.
One person will get all these
One person will get these seeds.
Yeah. A variety of flowers. I just thought they were pretty. And so we'll do a video sometime in the next week on all the giveaways so that you can see them, you'll know what they are, and you can comment in that video on stuff. But if you are interested in the Greenstalk, you need to start now. Freedom Makers just put the link. You need to go for the Greenstalk. You have to go to that link. Everything else we will give away on our channel. The Greenstalk is on a special link. They're setting it up for us so we don't have to handle it.
Yeah.
And it will come straight from them to you. So we don't have to pay shipping.
There's going to be lots of stuff given away if we can just reach 70,000.
And guys, y'all just help us out this week.
Yep. We're only
400 and something away.
400 and something away from reaching that, like 465 or something like that away from that. And guys, as soon as we reach that, there's going to be massive giveaways. And we're talking about giving away good stuff, not junk.
Yeah. Yeah, if we ever get to 100,000, what we going to give away?
I don't know what we'll give away. Maybe a vehicle. Who knows?
Nah. A vehicle. We'll give them an LS tractor. No, I'm just joking.
No, we ain't gonna do that. We'll.
I don't know. If we ever get there, we'll see what.
If we ever make it to 100,000, we'll
have to do something good.
We'll do something. We'll do something.
Yeah. But let's concentrate on 70. We got 400 to go to get there.
Oh, Wildcat says in Germany, diesel's $8 a gallon.
Woo! How much was it here?
$3.
$3?
Well, $2 and something. I said $3 because it's almost $3.
Less than $3.
Less than $3 a gallon.
That's what I was thinking. Rent
Anyway.
yourself out. Hey, if we get to 100,000, I will rent Danny out for 1 week free of charge. I'll send him to somebody for 1 week if y'all get us to 100,000. Go, guys.
Oh, man. I might not come back. That's a bad thing
No,
about
I'll
it.
come get you.
I may not come back. I'm not going to get somewhere that I love more than I love here.
No, I'll come get you. I promise.
Oh, man. Tori says gas is $4.20 a gallon in California. Oh, my God.
A free double rocker. Hey, I might could do that.
I could do that.
I don't know about shipping, though.
Oh, man.
Shipping would be all... I don't even know that I could ship a double rocker anywhere. You'd probably have to find one in your own hometown.
You probably would.
Okay, guys, we got to go. I'm getting
We do. Man, we've been almost 2 hours at this. 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Wildcat says he needs help reclaiming their place. I'm sure he's talking about pulling weeds,
Oh, yeah.
building.
Oh, that's what
When he
tractors...
gets to Missouri, he's going to need
That's
some
what
help.
tractors and equipment's made for. You can take the equipment and in just a few hours you can make a whole place look
He
new
might
again.
need somebody to operate. That's what he's saying. He
Well-
would take you over there operating equipment.
I can run equipment now. That's one thing I can do.
Y'all, I just might have to rent him out.
Oh, man.
One day somebody's going to take me up on that. And I'm gonna...
Yeah, it's gonna come a day you're gonna look at somebody's gonna drive up and I'm gonna say, Miss Wanda, I'll see you later. I'm going with them.
I know. I'll be lost you for a little while, but you'll
Yeah.
come back, won't you?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It
Say
just
yes,
depends on-
ma'am.
It just depends on what kind of life I have to live where I'm going.
Say yes, ma'am. Shake your head. You're a yes, ma'am, girl.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Really,
Oh.
So you guys remember everybody that's in the line of the storms, because
Yep.
those storms are moving. They're already through Texas, right?
Not all the way.
They're still partly in Texas.
Well, I think there's still the tail end of them still in southern Texas, but I think
But
Arkansas,
Louisiana's got it.
Louisiana's getting it.
Arkansas.
We're next in line, so we might as well get ready. And you might know I just planted my okra again.
Let's hope it doesn't. Okay, so we're headed to bed.
It's time to go to bed before we turn into a pumpkin.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Father, we thank you so much for giving us such a blessed night here. Thank you for giving us the joy and the love and a great community. Father, I pray for the people that's in this chat in our community. Lord, the ones that are ill, I pray for them that have different ailments in their bodies, Father. Pray for healing for them. I pray that they'll be able to get back on their feet or whatever it is that they do, Lord. Whatever type of disability they have, they'll be able to get back to what they do best, and they'll be able to prepare for what's coming. And Lord, I pray that you'll open doors for each and every person here to be able to stock up and be prepared for the hour when it happens, Lord. And Father, we're so thankful that you're good to us, that you provide for us on a daily basis. I pray for everybody's crops, that they will be productive. I pray for those in the path of the storm, Lord, that they can all have safety that's in this chat or any family members they may have, Lord. And Lord, may your judgment pass on the wicked only, Father, and not on your people. And Father, we pray that our country will realize where it's gone wrong and begin to make turns toward the better. And if not, then Father, we know that it's time for judgment. And judgment, the Bible says, begins at the house of God. And Father, we're so concerned about that because, Father, all it takes for something to go bad is for good people to do nothing. And Lord, it looks like a lot of good people are doing nothing right now. So I'm praying that your people and the people in our chat here, Lord, and our community that can't be on our shows because of other obligations, Father, that they'll all be blessed and have good health and good strength and prosperity. Very successful, Lord. I'm going to ask that whatever their hands touch, may it prosper, Father. And may we all have a blessed night. We ask these things in thy name. Amen. Okay.
Don't forget to stock up on canning supplies. Yes.
Yes.
Your jars are no good
Without lids.
without lids. So when you buy a pack of jars, like a dozen, buy a couple of extra packs of lids and stick them up. That gives you 2 years on that 12. So it's what, maybe $5 extra. So when you buy the jars, buy 2 packs of lids and put them up.
Yeah,
And I think you guys would be very, very wise to do that.
I think you would. Yeah.
And guys, we love you.
We love each and every one of you, and I pray each one of you have a blessed night and be safe in the storms. And
Yeah.
we will see you in the next video.